Anthropic just released their latest model called Fable 5, and it absolutely destroys every other large language model by all benchmarks. It can beat this Pokemon game by vision alone. So in this video, I will put it to the test against Opus 4.8 and GPT 5.5, and I'll show you how to build a shooter, one branded PowerPoint presentation, an interactive dashboard, and a mobile app using one single prompt. To get you up to speed, there are 4 things you need to know about Fable 5. This is Anthropic's latest model, and it was released just 48 hours ago. As of now, it is included in your Claude subscription only until June 22nd. After that, it will require extra credits. With this release, Anthropic is describing it as Mythos class model that they've made safe for general use. So what is the difference between Mythos 5 and Fable 5? In simple words, they have the same raw capability. The difference is the safeguards and who can use them. Fable 5 is available for public use, and Mythos 5 is only available to selected cybersecurity partners through a project called Glasswing. If you look here in the footnotes, Anthropic says Mythos class models are a tier of Claude models that sit above Opus. If previously you only had 3 brains inside Claude, Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus, this is the 4th one. It's the most powerful. You might ask yourself, how do these guardrails work? How come Fable is safe? Fable 5 is Anthropic's super smart AI. But being super smart can also be super risky. So it has a safety rule. If you ask Fable 5 about dangerous stuff like hacking or making germs or poisons, it won't answer to you. Instead, it will reroute your question to a safe AI, which is Opus 4.8. Next, it's the price. Because Fable 5 is the most capable model, it's also the most expensive. It's 2 times the cost of Opus. It sits at $10 per million output tokens. If you are not on a max plan and you want to try Fable, you must use token optimization techniques. I linked 20 tips up here. But if you won't leverage any technique to keep your costs down, you don't stand a chance. You will burn through your credits in no time. This was the 2 minutes update to get you up to speed. The most interesting part is actually building. Let's start with the shooter. We have 3 contestants, and the first one is Fable 5. This is how it looks like. I really like it. It's sleek, smooth experience. Let's see if I don't do anything. R to restart or click. I see. Let's dial again and test the click. I will click to restart. It works. Let's see Opus 4.8. The background has an animation like a waving, but I think it's hard on the eyes. The wave combined with these squares, it's not really pleasant. My eyes hurt. But overall, this works as well. It tells me the waves, second wave, and the score, and the time. Let's see how long does it take for me to die, and what happens when I die. Okay, now we have the same mechanism with R or click to restart. Final score and if I survived. And the GPT 5.5. This is how it looks like. Very different graphic. I like when I kill one of them. I like this effect. It's like earth shaking. This one I like. Which one do you like better? I am between Fable and GPT. But we can give the prize to Fable. Let's see what happens if I die. Yeah, my favorite is this one. And on the second place, I will go with GPT. This is how I built this. I used the same exact prompt in all 3 models. In this case, I opened Claude Code inside Visual Studio. I used /goal. This makes Claude actually build everything and test itself without asking for any input from my end. I have the ask, the goal, what features do I want, negations, and what tools it should use. And acceptance criteria, because inside goal, Claude will test itself, so all the criteria must be testable. This was for Fable 5. And I use the same exact prompt for the other models as well. This is Opus 4.5 and the same for GPT. Round 2. One interactive dashboard. I have this CSV file and I want to represent it in a client-facing manner. Fable 5 build, this is how it looks like. It's interactive. I can move along different pages. I have some filters also. When I hover, I get the full data. Let's remove some criteria also. Nice. The only thing I would say is the color palette. This graphic, I think, looks way better with the yellow and the gray. But this one, it's a bit too dark, I would say. Let's check Opus. Nice. This one, I like it better from a design perspective. Looks better, definitely. Oh, but we have some alignment issues. See here, the text is overflowing. But I really like how... And I have a table with a scroll. The filters work. Let's check out the region, category, segment, year. And GPT looks a bit dated. I don't hate it, but it's not my top choice. Okay, the alignment is correct. When I hover, I get all the info. Okay, performance, risk signals, and this time we have drop downs. So it went for a different design. And I have reset filters. My favorite is Opus, and I would give it a prompt to correct the alignment mistakes. So I would say the winner is Opus. This is how I built it. I used this prompt, built me an HTML dashboard so I can open it up directly in the dashboard. Please don't use anything external because I just want to visualize this data. And I give it one link to the CSV. And regarding the style, I just ask it to use a dark theme with monospaced figures, single wormed color, and please break it down per relevant category like region, rep, profit versus return. Round 3, branded PowerPoint presentations. The first one is Fable. This slide is nicely balanced. I really like this one too. Slide number 3, 4, and the last one, number 5. Really nice. I don't see any mistakes. This is how I built it. I gave it these brand guidelines that includes all the visual identity of Stripe. So let's assume that we are building slides for Stripe. And I have the fonts, typography, buttons, example of cards. Absolutely everything about this brand is in this kit. And I think it used this purple button, and I also recognize the card. In terms of branding, it's definitely respected. And I really like this top part. I think it's really nice. Let's see the presentation created by Opus. This is how it looks like. I think this slide is a bit crowded. The color palette in the top is definitely correct, but it's a bit crowded, I would say. This one has some overflowing text, definitely. And I think this part is awkward. Why do we have a capability under this table and the source in here? It's a bit awkward. Indeed, all of these are capabilities, but from a design perspective, doesn't make sense to place it here. Next one, we have some overflowing text again here. And this one is not perfectly centered. Slide number 4 and 5. 5, it's a bit too intense from a color palette perspective. Let's check out GPT. I really like the fact that it went ahead, it did some web research, and it plays this print screen. This one comes from Anthropic's official website. And it's perfectly placed here, see? Nice touch. I really like this one. Slide number 2. I like this one as well. Definitely the color palette and the fonts were respected. There are no alignment mistakes. And I also like how they use this top part. Benchmark signal, long horizon value. But this one doesn't really have a hierarchy. It's too cluttered, huh? Oh, this one I don't like at all. And the last one. The winner is Fable 5. This is my favorite. This is the exact prompt I used. Please create me a PowerPoint presentation. Use these brand guidelines. And I gave it the path to the guidelines, maximum 5 slides, and please use the topic about Anthropic releasing Fable 5, and you must fact check every information from the original source. Next, build number 4, one-shot mobile app. The app is called Glow Max. I can upload one selfie, choose a photo. Now I can analyze the level of attractiveness of this person, and it will suggest what can I do to look better, but without using any surgery. Okay, really nice design. I get a rating 6.5. So we have 4 categories: skin, jawline, eyes, and grooming. Let's see the advice. For skin, we have some shine around the forehead and nose, so we need a mattifying moisturizer to control the oil. For eyes, we have under eye darkness and mild puffiness, so we should sleep better and improve hydration. And a caffeine-based eye cream to help reduce the bagginess beneath both eyes. How can we actually build one mobile app with a single prompt? I'm gonna choose one app that I want to emulate. I will take one print screen. This app, it's a Lux Max. It takes one selfie as input and it gives me advice how to become more attractive without any surgery. So I will take one simple screenshot, open Claude Code inside Visual Studio, and then use this prompt. I will use /goal. This will make Claude build the app from start to finish without asking me for any questions. I asked it to build a 4-screen app, and I specified the exact order of the screens. Technical details implementation. How do I want the beautifier recommendation to work, since I'm sending it one selfie and the output would be a plan, a recommendation plan, what to actually do. We will have basically an LLM call with a prompt. The first thing it's gonna do, it's gonna give us a score. So the LLM reads the selfie and it gives us a score. So this is what we explain here. Each one of the 4 categories has an individual score: skin, jawline, eyes, and grooming. And we have the scoring criteria. If we have acne, uneven tone skin. I also instructed what not to do, so no hard coding, no TypeScript, together with what tools do I want it to use. And to make this first minimum viable product app testable as fast as possible, I asked it to use Expo Go. What will happen is that Claude Code builds the MVP for us, version 1 of the app. I simply scan a QR code with my phone, or I enter one link, and I can see the app in no time. Now the question is, how do I get this prompt? Well, it's very easy. I used Claude to write me the prompt for Claude. It's kind of an inception moment. Let me show you. All I did is in one terminal, I asked it, hey, please write me a prompt. I want to build this app, and I give it the print screen. And write me the prompt in such a manner that if I use /goal, a new terminal with Claude will be able to build it. So I need a very detailed requirements, and they need to be testable so that each and every screen can be self-tested by Claude itself. This is in terminal 1. I simply copy the prompt, open a new terminal, and paste the prompt. That's it. 10-15 minutes later, the build is ready, and I have 2 options to test it on my Android phone. I need to install Expo Go. We use this because it's a shortcut. It's the fastest way to get the version 1 of the app that Claude built opened directly on our Android phone. So on the phone, install Expo Go. This is the app that you have to install from the Play Store. I will just place the URL I got from Claude Code, or ask Claude Code to generate you a QR code and click connect. The app is now opened. Let's check it out one more time. So the first thing I would like to mention is that this doesn't look like AI slop. All the AI builds, they all have the blues and the purples. So this one looks way better. I have start the analysis, choose a photo. For now, it is only dedicated for men. I can crop the picture, analyze it. I really like how these circles are loading. We have scores for each one of the categories, analyze, and I can analyze another. The fastest way to get started is grab this exact prompt from the first link in the description. Ask Claude to write you a new prompt using this exact structure, but for the new app that you want to build. And if you want to go one step further, if you find a similar app that already exists, give it a few screenshots. What you get is the perfect prompt that Claude can build with using /goal. If you never used /goal before, here's how it works. So what are goals? This is a new command that gives Claude the ability to operate on completing your task with full autonomy, no human in the loop. Claude will keep working on a task until the goal of that task is achieved. In order to know if Claude achieved that task goal, he'll run a separate independent Claude session who will review the results to ensure the goal was met. This solves a major problem, which is Claude hallucinating that he finished a task. Having an independent instance of Claude to do a review is one of the two reasons why goals is so powerful. The second big reason is Claude will keep working at completing and verifying your goals until the second independent Claude session claims the goal is achieved. Here's how to use it. You have to respect 3 prerequisites. First, make sure you are using the latest version of Claude. Just tell Claude, please update to the latest version. When it's done, exit Claude and log back in. You will now see /goal command as an option. Second, make sure you either have auto mode turned on or bypass permissions in your terminal. This way, Claude doesn't ask you a million questions and instead just gets directly to work. Third, before you just give Claude some random goal, you need to give it 2 things. 1, a clear task, what you want to build, and a clear criteria on how to verify the task is indeed complete. We will use Claude itself to help us come up with a very detailed completion criteria. This is the most important part of the process, so do not skip this. Pay close attention. You need to first go through a very detailed planning phase with Claude in your own project. You need to ensure that Claude has taken all the brainstorm ideas, broken them down, and now you have a plan saved in your workspace. Here is how my plans look like. I just open my usual workspace and I have a folder with plans and I have all the details planned here ready for implementation, each one with the timestamp and name. This makes sure that all the plans that you have are now in Claude's long-term memory. If you're not familiar with Claude's memory, you need to watch this video right here, but for now, let's move on. So now your plan is saved, you have it in your workspace. Now ask Claude the following prompt. I'll put this prompt in the first link in the description. Here's the prompt. Give me the first 2 tasks from my plan, and you insert your plan name. Include verification criteria to ensure each task is completed and verified and it's working without exceeding 3000 characters for any single task plus verification list. The last part about the 3000 characters, it's actually really important because goals cannot exceed 4000 characters. And the reason I use 3000 is because often I found Claude doesn't really count characters very accurately. So I will give it a 1000 characters buffer. Now, Claude will reply with the first 2 tasks together with the verification criteria. Then all you have to do is go back to Claude and use /goal command to paste your task and verification criteria. Just watch Claude start working for you independently. He will work until all your tasks are completely, for hours or even days at a time. Now, one thing you might ask, why only the first 2 tasks of a plan, not all of them? Maybe your plan contains 5, 7, 10 tasks in a single plan. I recommend building 2 at a time. So pick the first 2 tasks in your plan, build them with goals. Check if everything is okay. Then pick the next ones. So on and so forth till you complete your entire plan. Grab the prompt from the first link in the description and build your mobile app. Let me know your experience in the comments below.